Hey guys, my name is Aijalonwallace. Welcome back to my channel. I make videos about entrepreneurship, traveling, and IT. So if you want more content like this, please subscribe. Let's get straight into it. Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about me quitting my job. I quit my 9-to-5 job last year. I was making well over $150,000, but I wasn't happy. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to brag. This is not a video where I'm bragging about money. This is a video for those out there who are struggling with, deciding on if they should quit their job or not. If they're not happy in their job, if they're not actually truly finding their passion, if they're not doing what they love, this is really, what this video is about. So, I was living a good life. I was, it just felt good, to be at a point in my life where I can afford a lot of things, it used to be days where, or times when I would go out to a mall, go to a 5-star restaurant, I just couldn't afford those type of things. So it felt good having, a really, good job that was paying really well money, but I was still unhappy. And I realized that, throughout my lifetime, I just never stayed in a job. I never was steady in a job, and I think because it was just in my nature, I knew that I really didn't love the 9-to-5 world anymore. I didn't like working for people. I didn't like being micromanaged. It was just always me. It was always me. And I think, honestly, just being honest with myself, I think I always tried to find excuses why I didn't like a company. But at the end of the day, it was just, in my nature not to work for anyone. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. Everyone in my family is an entrepreneur. I was just trying to, go the traditional route. I went to school, got my bachelor's, got my master's, just wanted to get a good job, support it. And, in all honesty, I realized that it just never was for me. So I got my bachelor's degree when I went off to college. And I read this book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It really inspired me to travel the world, want to see the world. And once I started traveling, my, perception of life really changed, because I realized I didn't have to be wealthy to enjoy life or have like nicer and finer things in life. I didn't have to be wealthy at all. Also, another thing about that as well, I realized, once I started traveling, I was like, man, what else could life be? I think, growing up in America, we get stuck in the traditional ways where we go off to college, we get a good job, and we move back home. And we have this huge obligation to come back home and take care of our families, but we forget and miss out on actually living our life, So traveling just really opened up a lot of possibilities for me. When I got my master's degree, I was in a lot of debt, and I started making good money, started paying off, some of my loans. But like I said, I still wasn't happy. And I think at that point in my life, I'm still young. I'm only 30 years old. I was just I think this was when I was 28, I was 29 when I left my job last year. I was 29 years old, and I was just man, if I don't start now, I'm never going to start again. There was this quote that always said, if not now, when? And I just got to that stage in my life. I'm like, man, I'm still young enough to take those chances, but I have to take a chance. And if you're watching this video and you really, really want to be an entrepreneur, I don't want you to bullshit yourself. I don't want you to people say it all the time. But you got to be willing to make some sacrifices, at the end of the day. You really got to be willing to make some sacrifices at the end of the day if you really want this life. This life ain't meant for everybody. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You're going to lose a lot of friends. You're going to have to cut a lot of people off, even family. If you really want this life, and I say this because you just need to be honest with yourself. I don't want you to be in a situation where you quit your job and you thought you were ready, and you're not. And you don't have to be financially ready. You just need to be mentally ready. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people don't understand when they're quitting their jobs. And, you have to be mentally ready, but also you have to, be honest with yourself. Are you happy? Is this what you're passionate about? Do you think that this is your life purpose? And I didn't feel that way from, when I worked in my last employer and my last job. was, like I said, it was good money, it was a good lifestyle. I lived a really great life, but I just didn't feel whole. I hated the ideal. I just hated going to work every morning. I hated working in offices. So, I mean, I remember my boss, I love her to death. She was searching all around town for co-worker spaces for me because I hated the ideal of being like stuck in the office, at a desk all day. Like I love co-worker spaces. I can go work on a couch, I can go work in a coffee shop, I just love, and my place is set up that way as well. I'll make another video about that, but so my boss, I love her to death, and I think I was just having, I was just trying to find a lot more excuses not to work for that company anymore because I wasn't happy with myself. I just wanted freedom. I wanted to be free at the end of the day. And I was making my company so much money, so I worked in sales, if you guys are curious. I worked in sales, I worked in recruitment, so I was making a lot of money, but I was like, man, I'm a strong believer in generational wealth. And if I believe that generational wealth is important, I'm going to have to take the leap someday and start making money so this generational wealth can start being passed down to my, future children when they come, and grandchildren and great-grandkids, and etc. I think, I was just at a point where, I was tired clocking in. I had to wake up every morning, dress up, eat breakfast, spend 20-30 minutes in traffic, 20-30 minutes in traffic when I went home. Only had like a 30-40 minute lunch break. It was just a lot of rules, and I didn't like rules. I just wanted to be free. You know what I mean? So one of the things I want to tell people, and it's just a video. It's not structured. Just me speaking from the heart right now. I always tell my friends who's trying to leave the corporate world, first and foremost, don't set out to be a millionaire. Don't start off trying to say, hey, I'm gonna be a millionaire in 6 months or a year. That's the worst thing you could do. Don't put these large numbers out there. Just try to make what you were currently making in your last role. Start off that way. I think that's the best way to start. So if you were making $80 or $100 a day or $150 a day, as an entrepreneur, try to see how you can do that with your business. If that's e-commerce, drop shipping, online courses, whatever you're doing, whatever you're selling, try to see if you can make what you were making a day in your last role, at least to show stability. Can you pay your rent? Can you pay your bills? I always tell people as well, before you quit your job, try to have a 6 month to 12 month plan, or 6 months to 12 months of rent saved up at least. 3 months as well if you feel like you got to start making capital soon, whatever business idea that you have. But just try to, of course, plan it out if you can. But if it's something inside of you telling you that this is not meant for you, if it's something inside of you and you feel it, I mean, when you wake up in the morning, man, and you feel like you should be your own boss, or if that's all you can think about, you need to do it. You need to take those steps. And if you, and that's the great thing, the beautiful thing that I love so much about traveling, but also just exploring. And you got YouTube, you have so many things. There's so many ways right now to make money, at the end of the day, but you just have to start, So when I quit my job, my family, of course, were upset with me, because, it's a very traditional thing. You go off to school, you take out all these student loans. And, of course your family's going to be mad. My family was disappointed. Part of my family are entrepreneurs and the other part are the traditional. So I should explain that. And you're going to have the part who are entrepreneurs, they understand and know why. And then the traditional, which is like my mom, so my mother, was, I think was, of course she's proud of me, but I think it's hard for people who worked 9 to 5s or who just work to pay bills their whole life to understand what it's like for someone to chase their dreams. And it's crazy enough, as much as of a topic it is today, you still don't see people chasing their dreams. And it's unbelievable as well, especially during a recession right now. Right now, most people think that the best thing you could do is hurry up and get a job and secure protect yourself. I think the best thing you could do right now is start your own business. But I think you have to be honest with yourself. At what point in life will you say to yourself, I had enough? And I just had enough. I just had enough of the rules, of the 9 to 5, of the lunch breaks, of the driving into traffic, of making somebody else rich again as well. I was tired of making other people rich. I was tired of investing in other people's dreams. I just wanted to invest in myself. When are you gonna do that? I said to myself as well, like, man, let me at least give it 3-6 months. I graduated with honors, strong GPA, top university, got my master's from University of Sydney Business School. I could always go back to the corporate world, get a job anywhere. And I had 10 offers on the table when I left my job because I was well known in my field. I had offers in New York, I had offers in Australia, I had a few in LA. But what does that tell you as well? If you're able to just go get another job like that, how valuable are you? How much belief would you have in yourself to just go out there and take a chance? Look, man, if you're watching this video, like I said, this is not really a video for views. It's just a heart-to-heart video. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Stop lying to yourself. Stop looking in your mirror and not feeling proud. Make a plan. Sell everything. Go back and live with your mom and dad. Forget that pride. Do what you gotta do to start making it happen now. Because sadly enough, man, even my friends today, the ones that are in the corporate world, a lot of AI is gonna replace their jobs. Entrepreneurship is the only way I can see the world going right now. If you're not an entrepreneur, or have multiple streams of income coming in, you're gonna struggle over the next couple of years. I honestly believe that. But you don't have to immediately quit your job. You just have to start, of course, working on your vision and your dream as well. When I was still working, I started working on ideals and plans and sitting down with people. I got mentors, I got coaches. I took those steps. But I did so much of that because I realized that time was running out. I don't know about you guys, man, but when Kobe Bryant died, I don't know, that shit hit me hard, And then, Chadwick, Black Panther, just passed away as well. Man, every time I see these celebrity deaths or I see someone dying, it constantly reminds me that I'm running out of time. Because we're on a clock and we don't know when it stops. I just can't get no honest or no real, I'm just trying to be 100% with you guys. Like, the shit's gonna stop. So when will you actually go out there and do what you love and chase your dreams? Anybody that's not supporting you, it wasn't never your real friends in the first place. If they ain't supporting you 100%, they never was your friends in the first place. I remember when I started my YouTube channel, I lost about 30, 40 friends. I had like 5,000 friends. It wasn't my friends. It wasn't my real friends anyways. When you become an entrepreneur, you really see who's truly in your circle or not at the end of the day. But like I said, we're on a clock. That motherfucker's ticking right now. We don't know when it ends, but it's ticking. So it's just a harsh reality, of when you're gonna start and when you're gonna make it happen for yourself. Do it the right way. Don't cut corners. Ask for help. Don't be one of these fucking guys, man. I hate seeing these e-commerce guys or these online guys, when they start their online business or their businesses, they always flash in materialistic things. Ferraris or Lamborghinis or big houses. Be sincere. I think be sincere. Just be honest and be legit. If you live in, it's nothing wrong with just traveling the world and showing people, hey, this is my life. Or if you live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom apartment, nothing wrong with that as well. Be honest. Because the reality is, no one is becoming a millionaire in 6 months, 3 months through these fucking drop shipping e-commerce stores. No one is really doing that. It's 1 out of a billion that's doing it. be sincere, because, and most importantly, manage your expectations. If you don't know how to manage your expectations, you're going to fail mentally the most. It's the mental state that you got to prepare yourself for when it comes to quitting your job, when it comes to working for yourself, when it comes to doing what you love, or even if it's just trying to find your passion as well. You know, and if you're going through a phase where you're like, man, I don't know what I want to do, I don't know what I'm passionate about, you need to experience life more. I remember it was a interview Jay-Z had, and they asked Jay-Z, you know, you're working with all these kids that went to Harvard, Yale. How does that make you feel? And Jay-Z was like, they read a bunch of books, but I lived a bunch of life. That shit was so powerful. You know, like, if you don't know what you're passionate about, if you don't know what you love or what you want to do for the rest of your life, you need to go live life. What does that mean? That means you need to get out there more, join more meetup groups. You need to travel the world more. You need to experience more, volunteer more. You need to get out there. You need to put yourself out there into the universe and see what brings you joy at the end of the day. For me, I truly didn't know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to be free. And I was flexible on what I did just to be free. And once I found a way to be free, it gave me more opportunities to start dabbling into other things that teach me how to be free as well. Sometimes it's not even a passion that you're looking for. Some people are just finding ways to be free and work remotely and live a remote lifestyle. I'm stuck here in America right now. I'll be traveling the world right now with, shooting videos with you guys if I could. But I think this whole pandemic thing is gonna have me stuck for the next year or two. I don't think it's wise. For me personally, I'm not going to travel until we're not wearing face masks anymore. So I think that's going to be another year or two, to be honest. So I'm stuck. Look, I just wanted to have a heart-to-heart with you guys. I think, going back to the salary, was it hard? Yes, it was. Because I was used and accustomed to living a certain lifestyle. But nothing can amount to the freedom, man. Waking up, with no headaches, stress-free. I'm telling you, I was stress-free, man. Healthier, skin started getting clearer, hair started growing back. I went bald while my last job. I went bald, like all back here. I was so stressed. I was so happy. I was so positive. It really helped me strengthen my friendships, relationships with family members, even my dating life as well. I found that while I was very negative when I used to date back in the day, because my job was just so stressful. It was only stressful because it wasn't what I love or what I wanted to do. I don't believe we're all meant to work a 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 at all. I just feel that life is just too short to spend the rest of your life, the next 40 or 50 years in the office. Especially if it has no purpose. If you're just, money is not purpose, and yeah, do we want to be wealthy? Yes, we all want to be wealthy, but I don't have to, strive to be a millionaire. I just want consistent and residual income. That's what I want at the end of the day. I want to stay stable. I want to stay steady. I honestly want to move to Portugal. Save up a couple $100,000. That's really, equivalent to millions. Live a good life over there. Retire at 40. Enjoy my life versus working until I'm like 70 years old and I could barely walk or go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, life is too short not to do what you love. You have to get out here. You have to chase your dreams. Look, I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys got any questions, if you want me to make more videos talking about being an entrepreneurship or what I actually do, please comment below. Please talk to me, guys. Can't wait to respond back to your messages. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Look forward to talking to you soon.